welcome or welcome back. My name is Starr and I'm a light renegade, part of a collective of Pleiadian beings bringing you information from beyond the veil. Hello everyone, welcome if this is your first time and thank you for joining us. We do have a lot to share over here on our channel. There are some meditations, there are some other series that you might want to start with. We have a Getting Started series which is connecting you to the Pleiadian High Council, so if this might be your first time connecting with these different realms, you might want to start over there. It is a introduction to energy, into you tapping into your own energy and kind of taking you through step by steps how to integrate your life into these other realms and what that might mean for you and why you might find yourself here today. But obviously if you feel called to be here and share within this message today, then feel free to stay also. Those that are in real time, thank you so much for your patience. It's been a real time for me. We've had a lot going on in my personal spaces. I've had 2 deaths in the week within my family, so I've really had to be integrating all of that energy and holding space and all those types of things. It's been pretty chaotic and I felt really chaotic too. I've been in a real difficult space with Brit and all of this, and I kind of forget that there's a layer of all of this that I have to process before bringing all of it forward. And I think naively I went into this thinking that it might be a little bit easier than some of the other spaces that we've been in with Diana and with Jeffrey Epstein, and I was completely wrong in that. So I've been taken to some real dark spaces with Brit, and a lot of things in her story have been coming up and aligning with my life, and some real deep trauma from childhood, my teens, and all of those things have come to light. And yeah, I've had to work through all of those things before being able to bring information forward and to be channeling her again for all of you. So thank you again for your patience, and I really hope that we can move forward through this together, and this is very much a together, and I'm so very grateful for all of you that are here. And it's just been made so abundantly aware to me this week just how far forward thinking, how far forward we are compared to a lot of the collective at this time. And I think this is something that has really shocked me, and I've been guided to be sort of interacting with places and spaces where I just think, gosh, there's a long way to go before we are completely aligning with all of these realms and what we really need to be doing. So I think I went into a state of shock again, everyone. I think I felt a lot of overwhelm. I think I felt a lot of pressure too, because sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders with all of this, when you are in spaces where people just don't understand you, where people just don't understand what you are saying or aren't aligning to you, and it can feel really isolating. So I'm here for you, everyone, and thank you so much for sharing your energy with all of us here too as Light Renegades. Really feel it, and we couldn't be more grateful. But I've taken a different approach with Brit. Well, I say me. She really guided me to be delving into more content about her and, these documentaries about her life. And I didn't do that with the Diana series. I didn't do that with the Jeffrey Epstein series. I watched some documentaries of Jeffrey Epstein a long time ago. So, the information kind of wasn't very in the forefront of my mind. But with Brit, she really wanted me to experience, I think, what the media was saying about her, what everyone was sort of saying behind, the curtains about her, all of those horrible headlines and those sort of things that were shared after her death. And I really immersed myself in that energy, and I just felt really upset. I've been really in a space of upset and anger, I think, for her and her story and everything, and just the wider scale of what all of this means. I think I've just been in real anger phase with all of that, and feeling really frustrated with a lot of energies around me, and feeling like I just want to shake some people. And it's really got to me this week, everyone. I think it's been a culmination of just everything happening in my life, and I've just been in a pressure cooker, and I know that I've needed to snap. My consciousness has snapped again, and I'm on a whole new layer of understanding everything and really having to integrate my shadowy aspects a little deeper, and to be sinking into this darkness a little bit deeper, and understanding that the darkness is the light too at the same time. And this is something that I think I'll go into after the message comes forward. But the message from Brit today is very much a message that I think all of us need to hear. I feel like it's just a reminder message to ease us in with all of this. There are so many layers to this story that I just wasn't prepared for, everyone. So I think we're in for a ride, and I think that there is going to be a level of perhaps different timelines coming in for this too, everyone, because there has been such conflicting stories and understandings to all of this that I just feel all are true somewhere. And I think this is going to perhaps allow us to understand timelines a little bit deeper, and for us to be able to truly take this as like an investigation of a situation, of a paradigm, of a paradoxical understanding of the duality, the dualistic life that we are living right now, and how that has really crippled many people of such light, many people of such spark and vitality and inspiration and artistry. And yeah, I think Brit's story really breaks my heart because I see it playing out, you know, in my personal spaces, and I really felt this energy in my own journey too, and just people trying to stomp out your life. And I'm just, you know, I feel like I'm on my last ebb of seeing it around me in my spaces and feeling that energy for me too. So I feel like I've really been having to fight for my space this week, and where I am in my journey, and allowing myself to really come forward in my highest light and not be afraid of that, what that means for my life moving forward. And yeah, it's taken some time to be able to come forward, everyone, so thank you again in that. But I'm going to go ahead and share the message from Brit. Her accent still comes through really strongly, so it's just something I'm gonna have to get used to, everyone. But the message from Brit today is titled What Happened. And yeah, her energy is always here with me. It's been so with me the past week, and I couldn't be more grateful for her here. But it's definitely come with a lot of tears for me. It's definitely come with a lot of working through some personal things that, you know, I've been uprooting to be integrating at a deeper level. And, you know, remember that healing isn't linear. You know, we can go back to things from the past, which is, you know, not the past, technically still here, and having to heal that in the present moment to allow us to be stepping even deeper into the light. So that's definitely something that I've been going through this week. I've really had to dig deep into my darkness, some things that I truly have blocked out, you know, trauma response. And yeah, it's been a journey, so just be prepared for that, everyone. There isn't anything that is particularly triggering in this message today, but I feel like we're on a deep emotional journey with Brit. But I think it's very necessary for where we are right now. But she started with, "Hello everybody. Thank you for meeting me here and allowing me to be free. It has taken some time to be able to come forward like this. I think this is perhaps the most nervous I've ever been. Not just for myself, but for all of you. I know that these messages come with so much work, and I feel that too where we are. I would like to start by saying all of you here play such an integral part of the expansion of everything. We know that most of the time nothing makes sense to you. All this seems too big to handle, and it is always shocking just how deep all of this goes. I was shocked too, just like you. I started my career happy, so happy, elated beyond comparison. I know in my heart I was talented, I'd always felt it. I know I just wanted to make people smile and to just shine. Something in me was always just on, and I thought that's how everybody else was too. It wasn't until I got a little older that I saw just how jaded most people are and were, and just how sad that they lived. I didn't want to be sad. I felt like others always wanted me to be sad. I didn't know how to connect with the darkness until it came for me. It wasn't long before I saw some things, heard some things, and my life was never the same since. But today's message is a reminder to not let anyone steal your light. It is yours to keep no matter what happens. Don't let the light fade. Don't let others try and sway you. Try to tell you you aren't worthy of love, peace, kindness, or respect. That was what I saw day in, day out, a lack of respect. It's like some people just sense it in you, the light, and they want to stomp it out. This is what happened to me, slowly but surely. I became what they wanted of me. I never knew I could be so unhappy until I just wasn't happy anymore. I will remind you this will be a journey. There is so much to share and so very little opportunity to explain everything to the fine detail, but I will try my best. There is something still happening where you are. It is the war of the worlds. It is a war against conformity. It is a war against your life, your essence, and your love. There are those so lost they can't even see where they are sucking the light out of each other. It is up to you to be that shining light so that they can see more clearly. Many of you here are illuminating a path so bright that you cannot even comprehend it yet. I can't express how happy I am to be here and to be holding your hands along the way. There are so many here looking upon you, shining our light and our love on you every day. We hope that you feel it in your hearts. Please remember the days are short, your life even shorter, so enjoy. Even though things can be so dark, so confusing, so isolating, don't hide. I hid and it killed me. I love you with all my heart, Brit. And I think that's the thing that's been so illuminated to me this week that has really got me feeling really frustrated, real angry, more than anything. It's just this idea of people trying to stomp out other people's light. And, you know, this is something that I experience a lot in my life, and I'm seeing just how much I shrunk, and I tried to take my own light out of myself because it felt painful to be shining. And, you know, this is something that I'm still experiencing in my spaces right now, and it's really difficult sometimes to keep coming forward, to keep shining my light, to keep illuminating a path where others just don't want to see it right now, but they're having to. And, you know, I think a lot of you are all in those spaces where you are, and I couldn't be more grateful for your support here and everything that we are doing here. You know, this is no small feat, and it's been a real shock to me just how fearful I think a lot of people are of galactic energy. And, you know, I have to remind myself that I was there too. I started out, you know, in the spiritual realms with mediumship and all of those types of things. So when galactic energy finally started to come through for me, it felt real crushing. It felt very foreign. It felt very sterile. It felt very hostile. And I'm having to remind myself that, you know, people are facing that when things are coming out in the media about galactic teams, about UAPs, UFOs. You know, people are feeling that strong energy, and it's just because we are so dense. It's because we are so dense that it feels conflicting with our energy. But the more that I've raised my vibration, the more that I've been able to meet, you know, my galactic teams, my galactic families where they are, and I feel such love and such resonance with them. And I know a lot of you feel that too, but I'm aware that some of you might be here feeling just that disconnect, feeling like you are wanting to just push out the light, and that's okay. And hold compassion for self in that, and, you know that you are working through a lot over in these spaces if this is your first time here, and to please go easy with that, and to do reach out if you need help in any way. And, you know, I'm really trying to work out what is going to be the best way to help some of you move through these energies. And I think that perhaps, you know, some group energy healing is what's needed at this time. So that's something that we are working on, bringing forward for all of you, because I think it's going to help some of you being able to relate with others in that space, and for us to be able to bring in collective so that you can feel that energy and to gain some healing where you need it most, and to help bring you forward to be dealing with all of this energy that comes through. Like I said, there's been a definite snap of my consciousness again, and that was really painful for me this week, and really having to stand my ground in my emotions and to just really feel them. And that feels so uncomfortable sometimes, you know, facing those deep, dark depths of things that are so painful. It can really hurt. And, you know, please go easy, and remind yourself that if you are here, you know, you are doing so much for this planet just as you are. And this is something that I've been having to remind myself. You know, I'm always striving to do more, to be more, to express more, to share more. And I've really had to just take some time for me and my family and healing in that. So thank you for your patience, everyone. And yeah, I'm going to tag some videos, the videos that I've been watching that I was guided to, a couple of documentaries, and just the absolute sweetest video of Brit picking some of her favorite movies out in the Blockbuster. And yeah, I didn't even know Blockbusters came from the US, so that was something really funny for me. And yeah, there's been so many synchronicities at the moment coming forward with Brit, one of them being something that has absolutely blown my mind. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I kept being guided to how Brittany Murphy's Brittany is spelled differently to Britney Spears. So Brittany Murphy is actually Brittany, and Brittany is obviously Brittany. And I kept hearing just the two in my mind, and I was like, what is going on there? And then I was guided to a podcast, and in this podcast I was hearing that Brittany Murphy actually brought Britney Spears' house off of her. But Britney Spears wanted to leave her house because she had a Reiki practitioner come in and do a healing on her. And then from that day, she said that she just didn't feel safe in her house. And she actually experienced seeing two apparitions of a spirit, a female and a male. And she said that these two spirits tried to push her down the stairs. So she left the house and never wanted to return. And then Brittany Murphy I feel like it's been very guided, and there's so much conspiracy around all of this. My alarm bells are just ringing watching all of these documentaries, and I thought, gosh, we're in for a time. So yeah, Brittany Murphy moved into this house with her husband and her mom, and yeah, I didn't know this either, that within the space of 5 months, Brittany had died, and also her husband. And I just lost my mind at this. And then the clincher of all of this for me was the fact that I found out that actually Madonna had built this house to begin with. And, I think we all know by now just how deeply ingrained Madonna is into a lot of things, especially the Cabal. And, she is claimed to be the Dark Priestess in some circles, and my mind was absolutely blown. So we're in for something, everyone. I think this is going to be multi-layered, multifaceted, and I think we're going to be dealing with different timelines of what has actually gone on. There is a homicidal case that is also connected to Brittany Murphy's death as well. So there is a lot that is connected to her death and why things might have conspired to be the way that they did. And yeah, it's completely blown my mind. So I will link the documentaries for those that might want to watch them. And yeah, just the absolute sweetest video of her in Blockbuster as well. But there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot that I'm having to investigate, and for me to make it make sense to me, to bring it forward to you too, because I realize we're going to have Brit coming through, but then all of this other stuff that we need to bring into balance too. So this very much feels like an investigation that is happening at this time, at least on my end, everyone. And I hope that you feel safe and supported in your spaces. And please know that I'm so here for you. And sorry that I've had to be in absence, but I'm continuing to do one-on-one sessions, and I'm still speaking to people via email and all of those things. So if you do have questions, please do email us. Please do leave comments. I will respond. And yeah, I just needed some time, with everything that's been going on, but I'm here, and I'm grateful for all of you, and yeah, I'm looking forward to be growing through this with you. It's going to be something that is, really substantial, I think, for the growth of everyone. So please don't forget that, just how much we are doing by showing up and being here and being in these spaces. And Brit is so grateful for all of you. I can't express the love that she has for humanity, for everything that we're doing. And yeah, she's so excited. I very much have had a really intimate space with her this week, and yeah, there's been a lot illuminated to me. And as I said, I've been dealing with a lot of my dream time connected to her story and her case and everything as well. And yeah, I've been put in a really submersive level of understanding of all of this. And yeah, I'm holding so much space for her. She's growing in her spaces where she is as well. And this is an expansion of all of our souls, all of our essence. And yeah, there's so much love here for you. There's so much love from me. There's so much love from the galactic teams, from the spiritual realms. And how integrally entwined all of that is just blowing my mind daily, everyone. So please go well. Please be looking after yourself and those around you that you care about. I think a lot of people are needing support at this time, and yeah, there's just a lot happening, everyone. So be aware in your spaces, and I will be back tomorrow. But take care for now, everyone.